Football League.
Visitor sideline, Mike McDaniel, head coach of the Dolphins. His guys are perfect 2-0 to start the year. Across from him, his counterpart, Bills head coach Sean McDermott. His guys came up short on the road last week. Now they're trying to turn things around in front of the home crowd here. Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Prime Time. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. They'll be led out by their highly decorated quarterback, Aaron Rodgers.
Almost certainly a future Hall of Famer, and he's still seeking the storybook ending to his career. But he had patience, looked around, took his time before choosing his team. And boy, are they glad that he did, because he still has a lot of juice left despite being 41 years old. Finishing the top 10 in passing yards last season with nearly 4,000 yards and touchdowns as well with 28.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Throwing is Rodgers. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. Rodgers with a keeper. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First down, Miami.
On play action, Rodgers. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Swift going to try up the middle. And he'll pick up about 3 there up to the 43. There's 3rd and 6.
It's a gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
That's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, here's your bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The numbers for Swift in last week's ball game, very, very strong, well over 100 yards.
He should get the ball early and often here, too. I mean, when you're riding the performance of last week into this game, his confidence level has to be off the charts. Go ahead and keep feeding him.
Here's 2nd and 7. Once again, it's Swift. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Here's Rodgers to throw. There goes a deep ball end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Devontae Smith, his second touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins have taken the early lead on the road here in Buffalo. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the fourth quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
It becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So here come the Bills on offense for the first time. The former national champion at Clemson bringing him onto the field, and that's the signal caller, Deshaun Watson.
And he's exactly the man you want in control of your offense. Excellent arm, good zip on the ball, not afraid to use his legs when he needs to. And when he's excelling at doing it is making plays when the first read isn't available or when the pressure's about to get to him.
And they get to him right out of the gate, and this defense hoping that that's a harbinger of things to come.
Yeah, when you give up a first-play sack, makes your quarterback wonder if he's going to go to the sidelines and talk with his offense coordinator and head coach and say, hey, you know that game plan we put together? We might need to change it right now.
Over the middle, he's got Golden. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
It's a gain of 5.
From the gun, here's Watson. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And oh, man, nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Fielded at about the 28. A very good return there, giving it even 20 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. So Miami coming out for their second drive. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
1 yard and now no yards. Have them looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
And the Dolphin first down.
Throwing now is Rodgers. A quick throw there is incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Now Rodgers. And that would get it right up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up. Throwing for Smith on the out route, and it's caught. Now it's Chris Boswell on for the field goal try. From the left hash, this from 34. Boswell's kick is good. And the Dolphins will add on to their lead. So a touchdown on their opening drive and 3 more here, and it adds to their first quarter lead.
Yeah, everything's going according to plan so far because the offense has moved the ball, defense able to do their job, And here the special teams unit comes through with their contribution. A field goal to make it 10-zip.
And he returns this to the 22. So here come the Bills out for their second drive. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
Watson now to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hawkinson.
It's a gain of 8. That's good for a Bills.
First run of the game for Jahmyr Gibbs, the Alabama product. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35. From the 35, here's a 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Pass is caught by Wan'Dale Robinson. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Watson. Flush to his right. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
That's good for a Buffalo Bills. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
The Bills are 1-1 through 2 games thus far. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
2nd and 2.
Now a fake on the jet sweep, and here's Gibbs. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd.
To throw is Watson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have a Bills first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
Bills. First down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. That good for 19 and a first down.
Bills. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
A much different second drive here, Charles. They go 3 and out the first time. This time they've been able to sustain something downfield.
And that's what often happens. You get the game started. You know, you have to get your footing underneath you. You have to get used to the flow of the game, the speed of the game. And sometimes that first drive is more of a probing drive. It appears they found something here in the second one.
No gain on the play.
2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the Dolphins' 20-yard line.
Now it's Watson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Brings up 3rd down and 10.
Now Watson. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. So a good job there to kind of weather the storm in that first quarter and come back with their first points of the ball game.
Yeah, you hate to be coming from behind early on, but you're exactly right. They took some time, able to move the ball, and now it's back to a 10-3 game.
Ooh, the juke. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So now the Dolphins set to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. On play action, it's Rodgers. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. This is Swift. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The offense on third down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. And that is incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
On 4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt. And now a high kick trying to pin him back. And a fair catch is taken here, a step or two inside the 45-yard line. Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up a screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late. And that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
A shotgun snap for Watson. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Brings up a 3rd down.
Back to throw, Watson. That one complete. It's tapped down. And he is going to have the Bills' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for the Buffalo Bills. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
And that's patience to be admired right there, because he looks left, looks right, and waits for the right guy to come open, spots him in the middle of the field, and delivers.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down. The defense, they brought the house. That O-line, they were overwhelmed.
To put it mildly, because they didn't have enough bodies to block all the guys that came at them. Their best move, how they would have been better served, just turn around and yell, "Look out!" because here they come.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop it for an 8-yard loss. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out, because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball in his hands a lot quicker.
And incomplete here to bring up 4th down as the rookie couldn't haul it in. Here's Ryan Rico now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. It'll be called just a 22-yard punt, certainly not what he wanted. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
2 yards on the pickup, but that's all they needed to move the sticks. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Taken down at the 41. 4 yards on the pickup.
On play action. Now Rodgers. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. To throw, it's Rodgers. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st down, Dolphins.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 47. Back to the running game with Swift. Takes this to the 45. Not much space there after the nice move. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. That's out to the flat for Swift. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. Rodgers now to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
And the Dolphins first down.
Now it's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Leads to 2nd and 10. At the 35.
They'll run right here with Swift. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. 46 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
First down, Miami.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Open man here is Benson. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. In motion right is Wilson.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Now a give right side Swift. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown.
Touchdown, Miami.
DeAndre Swift, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks get them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Back now on offense, the Buffalo Bills. Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you got to do both on the fly, don't you? Now the game's being played, figure it out both ways, and try and find a way to win.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, Gibbs will get it. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Another run for Gibbs here. Oh, good move. And down inside the 15 he goes. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
That's good for the Bills.
Trying the left side with Gibbs. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and
Here's Watson.
14.
Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Buffalo Bills.
Here's Watson. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. T.J. Hawkinson, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Bills are back within a score. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Point after, right down the middle. And that slices the lead down to 17-10. That time, a 6-play drive. And it was T.J. Hawkinson who finished the drive with a touchdown reception. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Dolphins offense and running back DeAndre Swift headed back onto the field. And he has been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers for this first half. This defense is going to need to find some way to key in on him because he is eating them up right now. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 72 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. Pass to the tight end Wiley. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. They'll come up 2nd and 7. Rodgers going to throw. Finding his target, it's Trey McBride. From midfield, here's Rodgers. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that will bring up 2nd down. The center receiver in motion to the right. Rodgers to throw once more. A short one here, caught by McBride. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
He will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. What can Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there, getting him the 1st. And Wilson in motion left. Well, they'll fake it there on the jet sweep, but instead, here's Swift. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Will go down as a gain of 6. And it's 3rd and 4 now. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. Boswell's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So halftime is upon us on Thursday night primetime, and we go off to Orlando and Scott Hansen for our halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the 3rd quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Scott, thanks very much. And we welcome all of you back here on EA Sports for quarter number 3. Spins away. And he's up past the 20 of the 22-yard line. The Bills offense set to take over to begin quarter number 3. Well, the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense is throwing at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
And that is incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Watson now to throw. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. Decent gain on the scramble at 6, but now it's 4th.
Partner just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
And now a high kick here as he'll try to hang it up there. Now a fair catch is called for and taken a few yards across midfield. Just 21 yards on the punt there. And out will come the offense as they take over. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Throwing is Rodgers. It's out, it's loose. Well, I think a Dolphin was able to fall on it. Yes, they'll keep possession here. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
They'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Here's Rodgers to throw. Over the middle and complete to Wilson. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st down, Miami.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Yeah, he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
At the 39-yard line.
They go back to the ground, this time Swift. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
That is caught. And he's got a 1st down as a tackle made at the Bills' 20-yard line. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move. On 1st down, it's Benson. Rivers free. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Able to get this. Puts it on the carpet. It's out. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I don't know about you, but I'm going to go to the positive side this time. Yeah, there was a fumble at the end of this one, but what a sustained drive. If they keep stringing those together, you got to like their chances.
And credit the defense, though. You're out there for that long, you start to get tired, but they were able to get the turnover.
Did you just credit the defense?
I like to credit the defense and the offense.
I like you.
And the analysts.
That's perfect.
And now out come the Bills. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis.
5-yard gain on the play. That's good for a Buffalo Bills.
To throw is Watson. They'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave them with 2nd and a yard.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 39-yard line.
Now a handoff running through the middle. And he'll get up near the 45, but spotted at the 44. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. So now 1st and 10 as they crossed into Miami territory at the 42-yard line. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
That's good for a Buffalo Bills. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Now back to the ground. Here's Gibbs. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. They'll run with Gibbs. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Bills have got it back to within a score. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then 1 play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. Miami's offense set and ready to go. Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter, despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down. They'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27.
At the 27-yard line.
Here's Rodgers. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked by Logan Wilson. He had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. A nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes you're fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
Counterplay. Here's Gibbs. And he stopped immediately there. Tackle made there by Jabril Peppers. So from the 37, here's a 2nd and 9. Now Watson. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
Well, his completion percentage continues to rise with that one, but sometimes you want your completion percentage to go down. Maybe you should have thought about throwing that one away.
I was just going to say, it is easier said than done, but that's where you maybe bury it at his feet, make sure he doesn't catch it.
Great job, great call right there. Put it near the receiver, no grounding, nothing like that, but no one gets a chance to pick it off either.
And a good job defensively. They stopped him short of the first at the 32. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still fourth down.
Andres Borregales on for the field goal. A 49-yard attempt.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Well, when we do games together, we don't see a ton of these, but always impressive when someone can get through that quickly, Charles, and get a hand on a field goal attempt.
And the key to success for them on that play, they get off on the snap. They timed it like they knew exactly when it was coming, and that set him up to deliver the block kick.
The drive will begin with a run by Benson. And they'll get to it after a gain of 7 to the 47. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Swift going to try up the middle. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. On the sneak, Rodgers. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
They pick it up on 3rd and 1 on the quarterback sneak, and that's not easily done because there are extra bodies in there on the defensive side, and they're moving forward at the snap.
Yeah, I was certainly expecting a handoff, weren't you?
Yeah, I totally was. I thought they'd go with a back, maybe try and get a lead blocker in front. But as you talk about in different games, those guys with confidence in their offensive line, they just want to move forward and get it.
Back now in Buffalo. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run the draw here with Swift. Take it in for the Dolphins touchdown. DeAndre Swift with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Dolphins take the block field goal and convert it into 6 points. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
Set to kick off.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he'll weave all the way up to just a few yards shy of midfield. A great return. The Bills' offense and Jahmyr Gibbs headed back onto the field. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the 4th quarter. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 47-yard line. Watson
going underneath. He's got Hawkinson. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
That's a gain of 7.
From the gun on 3rd, Watson. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Bills first down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. that's all. Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
The jet sweep. This is Dell. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
As a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not,
well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. Back to throw, Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. And remember, he had one blocked earlier. And his kick is good. And this is back down to a 7-point game. So a good kick that time, and that might help to get the negative thoughts out of the mind from that earlier block.
especially since this was not a chippy, so he had to get that one out kind of low. But his line does a nice job of protecting, and he's able to convert for 3.
And he returns this to the 22. The Dolphins offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, it's all been on display throughout. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10.
The 24-yard line.
Throwing now is Rodgers. He'll get this one complete to Atwell. He's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
And it's 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he backs it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Just because you got the lead in the 4th, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start things off with a give to Gibbs. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Now it's Watson. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have the Bills 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Bills 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Brisker. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 41-yard line.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Levi Onwuzurike, his 2nd sack of the night.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has now received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
That's good for a Buffalo Bills.
Here's Watson. Over the middle and complete to the tight end, Higbee. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
Off the option, here's Gibbs. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
That's another Bills first down. First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Adafe Owe. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
That's complete to Dell. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3.
It's a pickup of 13.
Here's Watson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And the Bills are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Bills first down. First and goal at the 2-yard line.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Turton will take this over the line. Touchdown, Buffalo. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
The extra point now for Borregales. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Boy, what a start to the week this has been. All tied 4th quarter as the kick's away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. He's got McBride.
Brandon's okay what they're doing right now. Still able to work the middle of the field, but you know sooner or later they're going to have to stop the clock.
First down, Dolphins.
Now Rodgers. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. To throw is Rodgers. That's caught by Wilson. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
A 9-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Back to throw, Rodgers. Oh, look at this. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Bills are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. And we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Major used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
Watson to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
And that one too wide and incomplete.
What a kickoff to the week this has been. Now a big play. It's third down. Now Watson. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
Well, the defense certainly did its job. They held up in that situation, and now on fourth down, you've got to punt this and try to get to overtime. There's no decision to be made, in my estimation.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Dolphins getting set to go here. They need to get this around the 40 on the other side to get into field goal range. Look at the clock, a decent amount of time here in a tie game. What do?
No panic situation at all. They've got to get a couple of chunk plays, pick up nice bits of yardage.
Target the sidelines?
Target the sidelines because you want to get out of bounds and make sure that clock stops. Because if the clock stays running, that makes things that much tougher for you. It can always bleed out on you.
And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Second down, 8 yards to go.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and
Rodgers to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Two huge plays there down the stretch. The sack on second down. Now they force the incompletion. That's going to lead to a do-or-die fourth down.
And they look like they've got the confidence right now that no matter what gets thrown against them, but whatever play gets run, they have the ability to shut it down. They're just brimming with it right now.
Pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. Buffalo offense back out ready to go. They need to get this around the 40 to have a chance to win it in regulation. From the 40, it's a 57-yard field goal, so that gives you a gauge.
And all they're trying to do now is pick up yardage in good chunks and get out of bounds to stop the clock. If they end up running a play and get tackled in bounds, they're worried the clock may run out on them and finish the game.
And they'll have to be careful how they handle this. Watson. Forced out to his left. He'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Now this offense still has the one timeout here, remember. First and 10. Now the gun they'll give to Gibbs. And inside the 20 before it's brought down. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So this is certainly a tough test here in the early career of the rookie kicker. He did have one blocked earlier. This time it's for the win. And his kick is right there. It's good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So this time the protection holds up for him just fine, and he's able to bang it through.
I think their special teams coach got the point across. He gave him a pretty good earful after the block earlier. And this time, there's no penetration, so they're able to pick up 3.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Hey, Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They got to get going.
And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So for Buffalo, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they'll get another home date next week as the Saints will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they too will exit with a 2-1 record. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.